I'm always a little apprehensive coming into it, unless you're just a true lock. And it's very difficult to be a true lock nowadays, because there's a lot of good baseball teams out there, a lot of parity out there, a lot of people putting emphasis on the programs, the facilities are getting better. You know, everybody's got some kind of angle, financial aid, and common markets and neighboring states, and all those kinds of things. Everybody's got some kind of angle going on, so it's very difficult. It's not just all even in terms of everybody got the same amount of scholarship. It's financial aid and a lot of other things. So there's a lot of parity, is what I'm trying to tell you. And so it's never easy this time of the year. And when you put your fate in someone else's hands and the committee's hands, and you just trust that they're going to be thorough and try to pick the best 64 teams in the country. But there's some conferences that are getting a lot of teams in, and then others get a little less in, and all those kinds of things. But in the end, I think, I feel comfortable that they picked us to be in it, because I think we deserve to be in it. We've been very disappointed had we not been in it, and I would have been disappointed, because I think our team has deserved it, and I think that we played as good a baseball against a tough schedule all year long, as well as anybody.
Anything you learned from the last few regionals of putting your finger on what went wrong or what needs to change this time around?
I just need to score one more run than somebody else, and pitch, play defense, get some big hits. I think that's the key to any regional. And you go into it, our top two starting pitchers are as good as anybody's, and our third guy, Clayton stepped up pretty good for us in the ACC tournament. But we're a little thin in the middle of the game, so we got to have a good start of pitching. And Campbell's pretty good at the end of the game, as good as anybody. And we play good defense, and then we'll be in the process. And just got to get some big hits. I think big hits and momentum on offense is a huge part of winning any tournament. And I think if you ask any coach, that's probably, if you go into the tournament and you hit, then everything else starts to click pretty good. So. But it's tough hits are tough to come by, because every single team in every single tournament in this country, when you get to this stage, and even in these tough conference tournaments, you're facing good pitching all the time. There's nobody throwing the ball up there in the mid-80s saying, go ahead and hit it. There's a lot going on, and so you have to make some good adjustments. And hitting is contagious. You get a few guys that are hot, that permeates to the next guy, and it's also hitting is contagious in a negative way. If somebody, two or three of your key guys get cold a little bit and get a little tentative, then it kind of moves on to the next guy as well. So we got to be aggressive and attack, and have a lot of confidence if we want to win the tournament.
Talk about the success Gossett has had this year, and in this tournament you have a true elite ace. How valuable that can be? Well,
it's very valuable, and the thing about teams at this level, I would say that everybody's got a pretty elite ace. Goose is exceptional in what he does, and he's very good, and he's kept us in every game that he's pitched, and we've won a lot of games that he has pitched. So we're glad he's on our team for sure. But everybody else has got somebody to go up against him and match up with him, and so he's got to be just a little bit sharper and crisper than the next guy. We got to get a few more hits than the next team. Got to make a couple big plays in big situations, a couple big hits in big situations, and make that work for us, because he will go out there and battle for us, and he's as good as it gets. So we're glad he's on our team for sure.
Could you just talk about his steadiness a little bit, just how consistent